Hey everyone, it's Amanda and welcome back to my channel. Today I want to share with you the 7 exercises that I try to do every single day to help keep my core, hips, and upper back strong as I move into my last trimester of my pregnancy and into postpartum, and also to help me during labor and delivery as well. So I am a doctor of physical therapy, and so these are exercises that, like I said, I try to do every day, and then I also prescribe to my pregnant and also non-pregnant patients as well, because these are great exercises to help pull in the core, your hips, because if all these areas are weak, that's going to cause pain, can cause SI issues, cause issues after you have your baby. So if we can keep these areas strong, it's just going to help you in the long run. That being said, these are all really gentle exercises, so if anything's causing you pain, don't push through it, just listen to your body. So the first exercise that we're going to do is we're gonna focus with the hips first, and then kind of work our way through the body. So some of these might be exercises that you have already done, but I'm gonna give you kind of the tips as well to make sure that you're doing proper form and that you're actually targeting the muscles that you want. A lot of these muscles that we're going to be working on, especially with my postpartum patients that I see, they get really weak because your body's been carrying this baby for almost 9 months or for 9 months. So we want to make sure that everything's nice and strong. So first one we're going to do is we're going to do a bird dog. This one is just a classic, great exercise. I also like to do a lot of things in the hands and knees positions because it doesn't compress like your stomach, it allows you to breathe, and you can really work on your core muscles. So what we're going to do here, you're going to get your arms and knees nice 90-degree angle. You're going to pull in your baby, give a nice tuck here, and then what you're going to do is you're going to take one leg back and then the opposite arm forward. Good, and then you're going to come down, and we're going to do 10 of those. Try not to let your back arch. You want to try to keep everything here nice and aligned. Last one. Good. We'll go ahead and switch sides. So what I don't want to see is like hips rocking back and forth. Try to keep everything aligned, back nice and straight. So once again, pull in your stomach. Try to hold each for about 2 seconds. Almost there. All right, 2 more. Good. All right, so we're going to stay in this position. The next one we're going to do is we're going to do hydrants. So this last exercise works more of the glute max, but now we're going to work on your glute med, which is a muscle that seems to really be looked over when people are exercising. So like I said, same position here, trying to keep that back nice and flat, not letting things arch or come up like this, just nice and flat. Pull your baby in once again, and then what you're going to do is you're going to bring your leg out to the side. And I'll turn this way so you can see. We're going to do 10 again. And that was the last one. So we'll switch to the other side. So you really should be feeling it like right here in the glute area and then also into your core. We're also working on some good shoulder stabilization here too. So you're really getting a nice like full body workout with this one. So we'll go ahead and switch to the opposite side. Halfway there. And then last one. All right, very nice. So since we're already in this position, we're gonna actually move up now and we're gonna work on the upper back. Why this is important, especially as your weight is coming forward, you're having you can start getting a lot of pain like up here in the back. Also, after your baby comes, everything you're doing, breastfeeding, holding the baby, looking at the baby, everything's forward. So I see a lot of women who get pain in this upper back. So we want to make sure those muscles stay nice and strong to just kind of help prepare you for the months ahead. So what you're going to do here, same position, but I want you to think about dropping your shoulders down like you're locking them in. You're going to take your hand here and you're going to come out to the side. So what I don't want is for your shoulder to come up. So try to keep it nice and locked down, and then you're going to lift up. Now this one you can add weights to, but I would say to have proper form to start, I would start with no weights. So you shouldn't feel anything in this upper trap area. It should all be kind of right in the mid-back. And we'll do one more. Good. All right, we'll go ahead and do the other side. I don't have enough room here against the wall, so I'm going to switch sides here. So we'll go ahead and do left side, keeping the shoulders down, lifting the arm up. We got 3 more. Like I said, you can add weights to this. If you don't have weights, what I tell people to do is use a can of soup. And last one, because a can of soup is about 1 pound. So that's a great way, like once you feel like this has gotten easy, you're not filling up with traps, can keep those shoulders nice and down, add a can of soup. And then from there, if you like it, you can add more, you can buy more weights. And then the next thing I tell people, a bottle of wine is about 3 pounds. So you can work up to that as well. You can always find things in your house to use as weights. You don't have to go out and buy anything fancy. All right. So another important thing for core is I do like to do planks. Now with this one, a little bit of precaution because you don't want to cause any pain in the low back or be straining your stomach. So really listen to your body with this one. If it feels really hard, especially as you go into your later trimesters, you want to make sure that you do modify it. So I can right now, currently going into my 3rd trimester, I can do about 10 seconds of a normal plank, but then I need to go down into my knees. So I'm going to start with the normal plank and then I'll go into the modified. So do whatever your body says that is good for you. So we're going to come down on elbows here. Feet out. Make sure that you are keeping everything nice and flat, shoulders locked down, holding your baby in. All right, so I'm going to come down into my knees now. So same thing, keeping your baby and belly tucked in. We're going to hold for another 10 seconds. Good, and go ahead and relax. Give yourself a second. So usually I like to do that one 2 or 3 more times, just to make sure we're really working that core. So next one we're gonna do is we're gonna go into a side plank. So as we're working the front of your core, you also wanna work the side of your core too, your obliques. So, and then also I love combined movements. We're gonna come down on our side. If you have a band, you can add a band to this one, but you don't have to. I'm gonna show the banded version. All right. So you're gonna come down to a side plank. So everything we're doing, keeping that shoulder nice and locked down so we're not getting any neck or shoulder pain. You're gonna make sure that your whole torso and legs are all in a line. You're gonna come up, and then what I like to do is add a clamshell to this. So you're gonna keep your feet together here, come up, and then you're gonna open your knees apart. We're gonna do 10 of those. Good, and 10. So like I said, bands you do not have to do. That's only if you feel like you need a little bit more. Now as we switch to the other side, you can either keep doing the clamshells, or I'm gonna show another variation of how we can do this exercise. So this is working core, but we're also getting those hip muscles that we had been working on. So you're working on the one that's actually moving, but also the one that's down here is also giving you support. So you might actually, as you switch sides, this side might actually be a little bit more tired than the side you're actually working. So another version of this, you can come up into the side again, actually straighten this leg out, toe pointing forward and then lifting up. Making sure you're pulling everything in. Two more. Good. So try any of those 3 versions. So I normally go from the clamshell without the band to maybe the leg lift and then adding the band. Whatever feels like it's a good challenge for you, but not too much. All right, and then our last exercise that we're gonna do, once again, is gonna look at the core, really make sure we're building that core stability, is gonna be a Pallet Press. So our last exercise is gonna be the Pallet Press. So this one you do need a band for. So you're gonna take, if you have a band, you can do them lots of different ways. You can have like the tubing ones, and you can do like with the handles, or you can use just like a TheraBand like this. So if you do have the TheraBand, the best way to connect this to your door is I'll tie a knot, open my door, and then close the knot inside the door. All right, so what you're gonna do here is you're going to stand sideways. You're gonna take the band or handle and have it around your hands, and you're gonna clasp your hands like this. You're gonna take about a step to the side. Now with this one, you can modify it, step farther if it's too easy, step in if it gets too hard. But I really wanna make sure that that core is nice and tight. So again, you're gonna pull your baby in, make sure your glutes are activated. You're gonna bring the band right here into the center, and then you're gonna push out and then back in. Keep those shoulders nice and locked in, push out. So what you're gonna feel as you're doing this is that the band's gonna wanna pull you towards the door, but your core has to kick in, so you have to be able to stay aligned and not twisting. So we're gonna do 10 here. So say this is 3. Good, 3 more. Good, and now we'll switch sides. So now we'll switch band opposite hand. Clasp it again. Once again, keeping everything nice and tight. Two more. Good. And to make this one hard. All right, so that is the exercises that I try to do daily. So more just working on that core strength, upper back, hips, everything that's gonna be important for you moving forward and to prevent pain during your pregnancy and then also after. Just to make sure, because you don't want any of that weakness to affect you later down the road. So thank you so much for working out for me today, and I will see you later.